In this video, we're going to go through question 5. Analytically, without using your calculator, find the limit as x approaches infinity of e to the x plus 1 over 1 minus e to the 2x. Now, what analytically means is to really analyze this. So it wants you to do this without using your calculator, and we know that to solve limits, you always plug in the value first. So let's do that. Let's say the limit as x approaches infinity of e to the x plus 1 over 1 minus e to the 2x, and we want to plug infinity in. So we have e to the infinity plus 1 over 1 minus e to the 2 times infinity. Well, I plug that in, but what is e to the infinity? What is e to the 2 times infinity? One thing that I do know without a doubt is that these ones are negligible. They are not going to make a difference in the overall outcome, the end behavior of this function. It's like having $1 million. Are you going to notice if you lose 1 penny? Probably not. So essentially what we are analyzing is e to the infinity over negative e to the 2 times infinity. So let's think back to pre-calculus. When we were thinking about horizontal asymptotes or end behaviors of a function, we compared the degree of the numerator and the denominator. Here's our degrees. I have infinity or I have 2 times infinity. Which of those is bigger? Is infinity bigger? Is 2 times infinity bigger? Or are they the same thing? Well, 2 times infinity is always going to be bigger than infinity. In fact, it's always going to be double of infinity. So what that tells me is that the degree of the denominator is bigger. And if it's bigger, then the entire function is approaching 0. And we solved it. We solved our limit problem. So the limit as x approaches infinity of e to the x plus 1 over 1 minus e to the 2x equals 0. Now this question says don't use your calculator, but we already solved it. Let's use the calculator to check our work. So this is really asking what happens as x approaches infinity. And we're saying as x approaches infinity, the overall value of the function approaches 0. Let's see if that's true. So in Desmos, you will see here that I have the equation written out. And we are looking at as x approaches infinity. So as x is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, what is happening to the value of this function? And so we can zoom in on this. And when we zoom in on this, we can see that this function is indeed approaching 0. And it's going to get closer and closer and closer to 0 the further we go on our x values. Of course, it looks like it's touching it, but we know that it's not because that's how asymptotes work. So, for this particular problem, the limit as x approaches infinity of e to the x plus 1 over 1 minus e to the 2x is indeed 0.